The wildlife is calling my name. I gotta go and chase it. I'm geared up and ready for the game. Now it's time to face it. The great outdoors is my room to play. I'm gonna hunt, fish, love every day. I'm gonna hunt, fish, love every day.
Hi, I'm Austin, and on this episode of Hunt, Fish, Love,
Rooster, there!
we're hunting roosters with Jim Julson.
I think he's dead. Rooster, there!
That's a little Lake Erie small. That's embarrassing.
Number 4, not embarrassed at all.
And I'm getting outfished by my daughter Amber on Lake Erie fishing for bass with champion Tim Braun. Plus, you'll get to know my friend Don Garrison, who was the pilot for the late South Dakota Governor Bill Janklow. Stick around. Hunt, Fish, Love, sponsored by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, DriveSafeSD.com, and by Runnings, since 1947, your home, farm, and outdoor store. And by Lewis Drug with 45 locations throughout South Dakota, Iowa, and Minnesota. I want to thank all my sponsors this year who genuinely care about the great people right here in our area. And I invite you to tell them thank you for sponsoring Hunt, Fish, Love.
I'm gonna hunt, fish, love every day.
This is Gerhard.
Gerhard Schaefer from Germany told his friend Jim Julson from Coleman, South Dakota, of his dream to hunt pheasants here. And Jim wanted to see that happen.
We're going to go into the CRP a ways on both ends, because if the pheasants run out and run into that CRP, then they got a good chance to sit.
Jim and Gerhard share a love for breeding the Kleine Munsterlander dogs, and while Jim was in Germany, he invited Gerhard to come to America and hunt.
And so Gerhard and I be here with one dog, because I only got one dog today that will handle the food plot without busting birds out the end.
Gerhard's friend Dr. Bernd Westphal from Germany and Seth Bonema from Brookings, South Dakota were invited to come along to hunt with Gerhard.
So we're going to head for that corner, so let's spread out just a little bit. We don't need to spread out real far.
Okay, so we are on the right side.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter going down there, but yep. Gerhard, get between Seth and I.
Here?
Yeah, no, get between Seth. Okay. Seth and I, get between us.
Yep. We'll get him on the next pass.
Okay, we keep going. Hand. There! Hand! Oh, hand. Right? No, just rooster. Just the colored one.
Rooster.
There! I think he's dead.
Rooster.
There!
Rooster.
There!
Well done. Rooster.
Dr. Westphal and Seth shared this bird kill. They both fired almost simultaneously, and the result was a very nice shot.
Well done.
Go ahead and pick him up. That pheasant weighs a pound more now with all the lead in him. Find him?
Not yet. Got all the feathers. He's got it.
Fine girl. She was able to
Good
get there.
girl.
You guys pushed it. You gave it a little extra boost.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head further. We'll get squared around on the strips over here. Whoop!
Jim hated missing this bird. 3 shots and nothing to show for it.
Whoop!
Did you pick up the trail?
It is, but she's hopping pretty hard too.
Yeah, shoot.
Come on, girl. Dead bird, search.
Didn't look like it was hit. Was it hit? A little?
Yeah, a little, but not much.
Not much. Rooster! Rooster! Another rooster flushed right in front of Seth. He made short work of it. But still, no flushes near Gerhard, who I knew was growing a bit anxious to shoot. He'd been in America since October 10th. He'd done some breed judging for the Kleine Munsterlanders and had hunted ducks up in Canada. I knew it wouldn't be long. He'd get his chance to kill a rooster.
Rooster! Who got that? Gerhardt, you get that? Did you hit that?
I hope. And I believe I hit him.
Hey, here you go.
I offered Gerhardt a high five.
High five.
But Gerhardt had no idea what I wanted.
Okay.
High five.
High five.
Yeah. Hit my hand. Hit my hand. There you go.
Thank you.
Nice shot, Gerhardt. Good shot.
I think so, I hope.
Good shot. Rooster! Rooster!
And there it was. A lifelong dream fulfilled on South Dakota soil, thanks to his good
There you
friend Jim
go.
Julesen.
First South Dakota pheasant. Hold that up. Hold that up. Hold that up. There you go. Way to go, my man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Two men who shared a passion for breeding some of the best hunting dogs in the world had expanded that bond of friendship in the fields of South Dakota, and I had the privilege to watch it. Coming up on Hunt, Fish, Love.
Dad, can you take a picture?
Yep, I'll take it real quick.
2 seconds.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm fishing for bass with my daughter on Lake Erie.
That's a big bass.
Don't go anywhere.
Ah.
Look, I know you're upset, but I didn't do anything wrong. Just gonna give me the silent treatment the whole way home? That's fine. But after a few drinks, I'm cabbing it. You know why. Okay, fine. We can still get tacos. You're buying, though. I bought last time. Yes, I did. And you know that.
Before the calm. Before the hunt. Before the climb. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings, the best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands in hunting. When you get the shot, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Life pulls you in a million directions, which can make picking up multiple prescriptions multiple times a month a tough pill to swallow. Simplify the way you fill and pick up your prescriptions with SmartSync, the new prescription program from Lewis Drug. Convenient and available at no extra cost, SmartSync saves time by having your prescriptions filled and ready for pickup on the same day each month. SmartSync, just another way Lewis Drug is making life easy. To sign up for SmartSync, talk with your Lewis pharmacist today.
This is every parent's nightmare. But it doesn't have to be. When you buckle up, yours isn't the only life you save.
I traveled to Buffalo, New York with my family to help finalize my daughter's wedding plans, and while we were there, we booked a Friday morning to fish for bass on beautiful Lake Erie. It was a perfect day. We knew we were going to have success, being guided by champion bass fisherman Tim Braun.
It's kind of a short drift, so we'll drift it back, pull up, drift it back, pull up.
Perfect.
I said, see if we can get lucky and get one real fast.
So what are we using for bait?
We're using a tube jig. It's 2.5 inches long, it's green pumpkin, and it resembles a goby, which is a big bait on the lake that smallmouth feed on, and it resembles a crawdad crawling around on the bottom.
Okay.
It's my #1 bait.
It was Tim who brought the first fish into the boat that day.
That's a baby.
Whoa.
Oh, nice. Very nice. We'll show that off. That's sweet. Smallmouth.
Yes, that's a Lake Erie smallmouth. That's a small one. That's probably an adolescent male
Yeah.
for this time of year.
Yeah.
What we're fishing right now is post-spawn. Everything is post-spawn.
Beautiful. Nice job.
You got one.
Then it was my turn.
Austin's got his first smallmouth bass on Lake Erie.
Only problem was it wasn't a bass. Not even close.
That's a drum. Just bring them right up to me. That's what they call a freshwater drum. I mean, all the Great Lakes are loaded with these. The slang name is sheephead, but they're called freshwater drum. Freshwater drum. I was going to throw them back. Wow. I mean, that's they call them garbage fish. Go ahead and cast out. This is a good spot.
Okay. For some reason, we'd forgotten to include Amber, who was anxious to fish right along with us.
All right, go for it. Cast it to the right a little bit. Come on back here, honey, and I'll set you up.
Okay.
I'm just going to put you down there.
Yep.
And when one bites it, just wind in. You don't have to bounce, jig, or anything. I got you set up. You don't have to do anything. All right. Let's get back up here with Mr. Austin. Let's see if we can get another one in the boat.
And all of a sudden...
Hey, I got one.
Nice and easy.
Tip up.
Hold this one, too. I'll help her out. Here.
Oh, nice job, Amber.
Thank you.
It's not a bass, but...
Way to go, Am.
I think I changed my mind. Can I do
You want to
something
do it too?
where I cast?
Sure.
Nice job, Am.
Thank you.
Amber was far from being done.
I think I got one.
6, 7 years. She's got one.
Oh, got another one.
6, 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
I tournament fished for years.
Ooh, wow.
That's a bass. Keep them up. Okay, don't wind anymore.
Don't.
That's a little baby. He's got your line. A fish swam into your line. Here. Just lift them up to me. Go ahead and lift. Swing them right up to me.
All right.
That's a baby. We need to catch a big one.
Show that one off. Here you go, Amber.
Hey.
Got the second bass of the day.
Hey.
Little baby.
Bye.
Well, 2005, won 50 grand on the lake.
50 grand.
In a partners tournament. Me and my buddy won a regional championship.
Okay.
Out here on Lake Erie?
Yes.
Cool.
Wow. That's a nice check.
Oh, yeah.
South Dakota has some good fishing tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I brought her Snoopy pole.
I got one.
Oh, there you go. Good job, little girl.
No, I'll wind it in so I can help.
Oh my gosh.
Take your time with them. Don't wind them in all the way. I'm coming.
Tip up.
That's a smallmouth, too. Don't lose them. Let's see what we got there. Go ahead and lift it up. Yeah, it's another sheephead. Oh, no, it's a sheepy.
Sheephead?
Yeah. We want bass, not sheephead.
Nice catch, Am.
That's big though.
Yeah, it's a nice fish, but it's not what we're not targeting that. Go ahead and cast out, honey. We're still in a good area.
I'm targeting to catch more than my dad. So, so far so good.
So far, so good, yeah. Don't you get another one yet. I need to catch two.
I had a hit.
It's just luck of the draw. That bait goes in front of one's mouth and it wants to bite. That's all.
Boom, boom, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Here, we know that.
They can be sneaky.
First fish you caught. You got another one?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes, wait.
It's a little bit. Here, hold this.
Got it.
Fish. That's a baby smallmouth. It's good to see these size fish on the lake.
Yeah.
That shows that the spawn's taking place.
Yeah.
That there's been reproduction.
Show that one off, Tim.
Nah, that's a baby. Oh my God. That's a little Lake Erie small. That's embarrassing.
Number 4. Not embarrassed.
Yeah.
At all.
For me, it would be.
Yeah, exactly. My daughter is.
That's fine.
She's interested in beating me. That's all.
That's good. Cast out there again, honey.
Yeah. That's 4, Amber.
Yeah.
That's 4. That's enough.
Ah.
I don't think you've been fishing 20 minutes and you got 4 of these. Stop it.
Let's get back out there. Go ahead, honey. Cast them out there. Let's see what we can do, people. There you go. Nice cast.
What's with that?
Let some line out.
Yep.
Let's see what we can do. Same thing with you, honey. Just let a little line out. I'll tell you when to stop.
Got one?
Yep. Got one on. See what do we got here. What are you thinking there? Smallmouth or sheepy? There's a distinct way that they fight.
Yeah.
I mean, they come in circles.
Right.
Even while Tim's catching his fish, Amber's right behind him.
I got one. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Come on, be a smallmouth.
Amber's having fun. She knows she's out fishing 2 of the most competitive humans on the planet.
Amber, that's number 5.
That's right. Oh man. Okay. Whoa.
That's another drum. Like I said, that's not what we're fishing for, but I guess we'll take them.
Fun to catch, though.
Dad, will you take a picture of me?
Yeah.
They're a little slimy. Just put your hand underneath its belly.
Like this?
Yep.
Ow!
They got little spines.
Oh.
Well, no, underneath the belly.
Then Tim tells me, you can't put this on your show.
Yeah, dude, you can't put those on your show.
So Amber wants to know the reason why.
Why not?
Oh, they're not bass.
So she says,
They'll go on my show then.
Our day was just getting started. I had pulled in one lousy garbage fish. Tim had a couple of fish in the boat, but Amber had pulled in 5 fish, and we'd had a really good head start on her.
If you want to catch fish on this lake, you're fishing it rough.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, if you want to be productive and catch fish on this lake, you're running in big water. Or you're not catching them.
Right.
Amber had reached around to get something out of her purse. Tim was still explaining to me what were the very best ways to catch bass consistently on Lake Erie. Little did we know that Amber was about to add another notch on her belt. You see, Tim is noticing that Amber's line has now drifted over to where we are, and he lets her know it.
Your line's way over here, honey. Go ahead and wind it in, because it's going to snag. You'll snag up.
He's worried she's going to snag us.
Or you're going to snag all our lines.
What we did know is that Amber had not snagged any lines. She had snagged a bass. Her line had crossed over to ours for one reason only. She was about to find out she'd hooked onto the biggest fish of the day.
What in the?
You got a fish?
I don't. Maybe.
Oh, it's a big bass too. Don't lose it.
Don't lose it. Tell her what to do.
She's doing fine. Just hold on to it.
Amber. Maybe.
That's why your line went over that way, honey, because you had a fish on it.
Got it.
Okay, just lift up. Lift up.
Oh.
That's what we're looking for.
Whoa.
Just bring them to me. I got them.
Oh, nice job.
Okay, hold it down. Hold it down.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead, wind in.
Hey, it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Finger in the mouth.
I tangled you here.
Hey.
Lake Erie smallmouth at its best.
Okay.
All right.
Time for a picture.
Good.
That's a big bass.
Coming up on Hunt, Fish, Love. I logged 21 hours with you sitting in the left seat.
Yes.
You were, and I was in a Cessna High Wing 172.
Probably 172.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
This is every parent's nightmare. But it doesn't have to be. When you buckle up, yours isn't the only life you save.
Runnings, incredible selection at competitive prices. Check us out.
Life pulls you in a million directions, which can make picking up multiple prescriptions multiple times a month a tough pill to swallow. Simplify the way you fill and pick up your prescriptions with SmartSync, the new prescription program from Lewis Drug. Convenient and available at no extra cost, SmartSync saves time by having your prescriptions filled and ready for pickup on the same day each month. SmartSync, just another way Lewis Drug is making life easy. To sign up for SmartSync, talk with your Lewis pharmacist today.
There are a lot of great things about hunting in South Dakota, but if safety isn't everyone's #1 concern, that hunting trip can become a tragedy. That's why these safety rules are essential. Know your safe zone of fire. Identify your target and what's beyond it. Make sure you see blue below the bird. Wear hunter orange and lots of it. For more hunting safety tips, visit www.gfp.sd.gov. Stay safe, have fun, and enjoy a great hunting season.
With Don Garrison, my pal, for how many years? How many years have we known each other since you were in Sioux Falls? When'd you come here?
It was probably in the late 70s.
Okay, wow.
And we left in 82.
Yeah, so I think I met you in 78. Yeah. And was it 82 when you left?
We left in 82 because my daughter was 1 year old when we left.
After you stole the South Dakota girl?
Yes.
Yeah, Barb Welch.
Barb Welch.
Major Garrison.
Right off the farm.
Yeah. Don Garrison, it's so good to see you, my friend. Now tell me about your Air Force. When did you get in the Air Force?
Went in the Air Force out of college at University of Tulsa, ROTC, and got
Okay.
my wings in 1972.
Yeah. Now, you're not currently in the Air Force, but you're in the Air Guard, served there for a while.
Well, we actually went into undergraduate pilot training in the Air Force, active
Yeah.
duty Air Force, and got my wings. And,
Wow.
and so then I served about 6 years.
Wow.
That's when, after the 6-year tour was over, moved to Sioux Falls.
Yeah. Now, you've flown what's the F?
C-130s.
What's the F?
O2s.
16, 14?
The T-38 was our trainer.
Before the F-16?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really fly the F-16.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many hours in a jet do you have you logged?
In the jet, you get about 200 hours
Yeah.
to get your wings. And that was done at Vance Air Base in
Okay.
Oklahoma.
So how many hours flying total?
Flight, right now, 5,000 hours.
5,000 hours flying. Okay. Now, you taught me how to fly. I logged 21 hours with you, sitting in the left seat.
Yes.
You were, and I was in a Cessna High Wing 172.
Probably 172.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a lot of fun. We had a lot of great. I remember you coming in from Spirit Lake, Iowa, and you let me take over the controls, and it was like a 45-mile-hour headwind.
Yes.
And I was making everyone sick. You took it over, and it was like you turned it, we landed, it was perfection. That was crazy.
Flying is hours of boredom interrupted by moments of sheer terror.
Now, your claim to fame, and there's many of them, but I want to let the people know, as far as South Dakota goes, you knew Mr. Jameson.
Yes.
Yeah, and Hal Wick.
And Hal Wick.
And you flew Governor Wild Bill Janklow for a couple of years, didn't you?
Yeah.
What'd you fly him in?
In the Convair. South Dakota Air Guard had their own airplane, the Convair, C-131.
Yeah.
We carry about 26 passengers.
Wow.
So we took he and his family, his cabinet, and we took him wherever he wanted to go. He liked to make a lot of trips to Republican governors' conventions and conferences.
Sure.
And he also liked to go see President Ronnie Reagan.
Really? You
Yes,
took Janklow to meet Ron Reagan?
We did.
Wow, what was that like?
Yeah, it was awesome. Because the governor, he was such an outgoing guy. He
Oh,
would
yeah.
come up in the cockpit and debrief and tell us everything they talked about.
Wow.
Which was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Cockpit, we could hold 3 folks up there, pilot, co-pilot,
Yeah.
and the flight mechanic. He always took the flight mechanic's seat and talked to both of us.
Wow.
He loved to talk about his trip to see Ronnie
Yeah.
Reagan. We'd land at Andrews Air Force Base.
Yeah.
So you know how you have Air Force One for our president?
Yeah.
Well, we were Sodak One, Sodak, South Dakota, for the governor's airplane.
Wow.
Yeah. And so we got special treatment, a lot of neat memories.
You remember any memories when Janklow revealed some? Tell me something about what he said.
Oh, he would just say things that, Ronnie Reagan was just so personable.
Yeah.
And he would just say things like it was. He didn't sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
And he would ask the governor, what do you think about whatever the topic was you brought up? And he really valued Governor Janklow's replies.
Yeah.
And Governor Janklow, he was so proud of his military, his state. And he shared a lot with the president about South Dakota.
Yeah.
And you name it, with any industry they talked about. So we found it, and the politics, of course.
Of course.
And what was interesting about the things he would share, about a week later, it was in the newspaper.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
There it was. So he'd tell you ahead of time.
Tells every time.
Yeah.
Here's what's coming. Here's what the president's thinking. Here's why we're going to do what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And we were just so excited to have those flights with them.
So when you served, and you've been serving for a long time, and didn't you have a stint over in Louisiana for a while here? They pulled you out of retirement during the Obama administration?
Phone call that says, Major Garrison, we found you in Austin, Texas. I said, you did? I didn't know I was lost. I said, who is this? He said, it's not important. Can't really talk
It's
about
not
it.
important?
Not important. He said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about you. And if you like what you hear at the end of the conversation, this is leading towards a voluntary recall. We want you to
Of
consider
officers.
coming back.
An officer.
An officer.
Yourself. Wow.
Give us 2 more years, we'll retire you again. I'm a failure of retirement. 3 times I tried
3
to
times.
retire. And it was not successful.
Well, you're not 70.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you're creeping up on it like I am. So
I'm holding on at 69. I
Yeah.
got 1 more year.
now you have that lovely lady Barb.
I do.
And you have a grandson now, Mason.
Yes.
You got Justin and Aaron and Clint. Now,
Yes.
Justin and Aaron being your children, Clint
Yes.
being the son-in-law.
Yes.
And we should tell the folks that we're going to do some hunting. We did some trap
Yes.
shooting, tried a little trout fishing, no success yet. We may still have some.
Yeah.
But we're going to shoot some pheasants. When's the last time you had a shotgun in the field killing a South Dakota pheasant?
Oh, we were talking about that today, trying to remember the last time.
It's got to be 36 years.
It's got to be. It's got to be 30, 36 years ago. I don't remember, but we had some good times.
Yeah.
You and I always had some great hunts right after church.
Yeah.
We'd go hit the cornfields.
Oh, yeah.
And off we go.
Yeah.
I still remember to this day. There's a lot of memories.
Well, I know when you're up here, I know what's going to happen. You're going to want to move back to South Dakota from Texas. Everything's big in Texas, but not rooster hunting. Right. Nothing like South Dakota.
We don't have anything like that in Texas.
Yeah.
And you're right.
Yeah.
I want my son-in-laws to be introduced to it tomorrow. It's going to happen.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
My grandson's going to be introduced to it. He probably won't remember at 7 months.
Well, I'm going to tell you, buddy, it's great to see you. God bless you. We're going to get together another time, but we're going to tell more stories.
Yes.
And we're going to have some fun hunting South Dakota roosters. But Don, thanks for being here. God bless you, man.
Thanks for the invitation.
You're welcome.
On the next episode of Hunt, Fish, Love.
How many sparrows would you have to shoot to get the amount of meat on a pheasant?
I'm in the field with my friend retired Major Don Garrison. We're looking to bring down roosters.
If I shot 10 sparrows right now, would that equal 1 pheasant? Whoa!
Amber, I think that's your 10th fish at least.
Then we'll catch more bass.
We're in the museum, and I guess I can call it that, right?
And I'm with Chris Hofer, son of the late Lee Hofer. We're remembering Lee and sharing some stories from his truly amazing life. Join me.
What kind is that?
Leave him in the water.
What is that?
That is a nice fish.
I should have left him in water.
I'm gonna hunt, fish, love every day.
See, Mom, gotta go. I'm late.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down and wear your seatbelt.
All right.
Before the dawn, before the decoys, before the call, it starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings. The best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands in hunting. When you get the shot, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Both my legs were amputated due to an IED. It's when you start to try to get back into like an everyday life. I absolutely felt like I lost some of my purpose. There must be something more. When DAV came into my life, they gave me a new mission. I could still be a productive member of society, could still support a family.
The DAV gave him that sense of structure and purpose again to get his life back together.
Visit DAV.org to learn more about our mission.
We purchased the land about 3 years ago, and there was an old farmstead on there with trees. We were going to clear the land so we could farm through it. We thought we knew where the pipe was and it wouldn't be a problem, so we didn't call to get it located. The work on our property led to the damage of a light crude pipeline. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it could have been much worse. Calling 811 and clicking before you dig are free services. It only takes minutes and can save your life.